Good evening, I'm Dr. Oculus, and today, as you've probably already seen from the thumbnail, we are going to be checking out this, the Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas X. This is, well, quite frankly, the cheapest Hotas I could find available to me today. It cost me £37.99 from Argos in the UK, and I imagine you can find it similarly priced elsewhere in the world. It is compatible only with PC and PS3. I've naturally not purchased it to play with a console. I am mostly bothered about the PC compatibility. I don't have many games that would actually require a Hotas, which is why I went for the cheap price, and I think at £38 it would be quite a bargain. But let's have a look and see if I've got what I've paid for. So let's start off with the unboxing. As you can see, you've got the nice, lovely box here. Let me flip this bad boy onto its bottom, and then if you see me look up, it's because I've got the dual camera angle. You'll see it in post. Okay, so camera does not know how to resolve that one. Focus. Thank you. Okay. So this is what we are presented with. Polystyrene. Okay. This could get interesting for me. I'm trying to keep things on camera, but alright, new plan. Sorry if I just battered the microphone. Right, we don't need this. That could GTFO. Right, I feel. Here we go. We have instructions. We might get to those in a bit. Now, let's take off some polystyrene. Okay. So, I've never had a hands-on throttle and stick configuration before, so I don't really know what I'm getting myself into or what we have sort of quality-wise. I'm expecting a lot of plastic and, quite frankly, passable functionality, basically. It has got, I believe it was 13 buttons. Let's have a look and see what it says on the box here. So, landing gear up or down button, yeah, that's, I mean, we're going to map it to where we need it to be, really. Is there a brief rundown and see what we have? The best way to take to the skies, ready for takeoff on PC or PlayStation 3. Plug in and play, ultra simple, quick installation with all functions pre-configured for immediate takeoff. High precision joystick and large hand rest and adjustable resistance. Life-size detachable throttle, dual rudder system via rotating handle with locking system. 4 progressive rocking control, air brake and rapid fire trigger, multi-directional hat switch for panoramic view. Weighted base and enhanced stability, exclusive mapping button. The 12 buttons and 5 axes are fully programmable. Exclusive preset button to instantly switch from one program configuration to another within a game. Internal memory saves all of your programming even when the joystick is unplugged. PS button and PS3 and 4 and 5 axis mode button on PC for compatibility with most games. On PC, for more popular flight simulation games, there's no need to reprogram the joystick, since the configuration program by default corresponds to functions available for Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Didn't tell me the amount of buttons. And the 12 buttons and 5 axes are fully programmable. I've read it somewhere, I'm sure it's like 13. No, wait, it did tell me the buttons. Ah, fuck it. Right, so let's take this bad boy out of the box and see. Oh, that's gonna be nice on the mic. I expected more resistance from that, if I'm honest. But yeah, let's get rid of the squeaky, nasty polystyrene. And here we go. This is the item in question. Let's remove that as well. So these can be configured and placed in close proximity. This cable winds around the base here. So we can extend this as close or as far away from the joystick as we like. Well, I say as far away from. It's this long. So it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It is USB. And then the cable that we're not using, I guess we just wind around here. I feel like when I play, I would have it... maybe about this wide. So I can go down here, through here, and then there we go. Now there is a pair of screws, so you can screw this together, lock it solid, but I expected more resistance from this, if I'm honest. So it's got the neutral and then the full forward. The buttons feel quite accessible to all fingers, which is nice. So you've got the... I'm going to have to pick the whole thing up. So you have these triggers on the back, these buttons on the side. It looks like we have a home button, a start and select on the bottom. They will probably be rarely used. Well, then you've got the whole throttle side of things, this rocker switch. That's not too bad. And then on the joystick side of things, so you have the mapping button and the preset button, which is nice. And then on the base, I'll show this camera first, and then this camera, just for you. You have this where you can increase or decrease the stiffness of the stick. So if I whack this all the way to the left, we have... That's quite floppy, I think. It does spring back. And if we whack this all the way to the right, or clockwise, this I expect will stiffen it up quite dramatically. Probably. Yeah, that did stiffen it up quite dramatically. So, yeah, and then we have the little stick up here, which I'm assuming will act as like a D-pad. We have the trigger. We have a button on top, and what looks to be like a missile button. And then another button off to the side. So we have the trigger, pew pew, this button up here, which is nice. And then on this side we have this little stick, and these two buttons here. So we'll be able to map all of those. Now, I've bought this to essentially use with Elite Dangerous, just to give me a little bit more immersion. So I like the idea. Ooh, I wonder if it'll work with Vox Machina as well. It does not. Could be good. Might have to work that out, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to play with this a little bit more, and then I will maybe put in a little bit of footage, and then give you a bit of a roundup of how I find the product itself, the mapping, and just the general use. Okay, so I have had the Hotas now for a few weeks. I did take a week off in the middle, so I've only really had a few decent play sessions with it, but I absolutely love it. So much so that I've actually taken to just streaming Elite Dangerous on Wednesday nights with a friend who is sort of showing me the ropes. Now, I have the added benefit that he actually already has the same Hotas as me. So as far as programming it goes, I've literally just taken his configuration and he's just like, yeah, you need to just press this button and away I go. It is super simple, but that is more down to Elite Dangerous than it is down to the Hotas itself. The Hotas did come with its own configuration straight out of the box with Elite Dangerous that you may want to give a try, but I just jumped straight into his because that would make our lives easier when he was trying to explain a thing to me. As far as the installation and configuration goes, it is literally just plug and play. I did go onto the website and download a software installation thing because I thought I maybe end up reprogramming things, but ultimately everything was just all done in-game anyway. It picked itself up nicely, and it is absolutely fantastic. I did give it a bash with Vox Machina, and it didn't work. And I also tried it with the video I did on, well, I say Monday, it was Tuesday when it came out, Space Battle VR, where, very similar to Elite Dangerous, you are in the cockpit of a ship, you have a stick on one hand and a throttle on another one. it didn't work. But that's just down to the game implementation over the actual product itself. All in all, it feels very, very sturdy. I've not got any squeaks or crunches or, creaks with it yet. Although I do fully suspect, because of the pretty much all plastic construction, it will eventually develop. But they're things that, when you've got a VR headset on and you've got the headphones on, you're not going to hear it anyway, so who gives a crap? Might get picked up on stream because I do slap the microphone smack back in between, but that's something that I could probably, oil out later if I really, really needed to. All in all, for the price that I've paid for it, I don't think you will find a better product on the market. It is literally, I looked for the cheapest possible HOTAS. You might find something second-hand on eBay, or you might find something at a thrift store, but all in all, yeah, I'm absolutely impressed. If you want to go out and buy a brand spanking new HOTAS, then hop on to your, retailer of choice and have a look for this one, because it's, yeah, I actually do properly rate it. It adds to the level of immersion. It gives you control that you can't get through Rift controllers. And now, thanks to Space Battle VR, I have actually tried to do it with motion controls, because with that, your left hand, you place that on the throttle itself, and the right hand you had a stick and you were flying around. And I kept losing where I was, and my hand would be up here, but naturally it's still down here in the game, and it just didn't, I desperately wanted to use the HOTAS. So yeah, fantastic product, completely recommend. I'll stick a link to where I got it in the description, and other places. I won't receive any kind of kickback, so use whichever link suits you best. And that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, or if there are any other products you want to see me review, by all means, let me know in the comments. If you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give it a thumbs down. And by all means, whip me any constructive criticism you can find in the comments below. And thank you very much for your time this evening. Take care. The Doctor is out.